Dubai shines with wealth, luxury, and success. But what if I told you that beneath the skyscrapers and seven-star hotels, there's a dark reality they don't want you to see? Workers trapped in endless debt, women facing shocking restrictions, and expats living one mistake away from jail. This isn't just a story, it's the truth they try to hide. Dubai sells the dream, but who really pays the price? While some live in extreme comfort, others are struggling just to survive. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear will change how you see Dubai forever. The harsh reality for migrant workers. Dubai's skyline is breathtaking, with glass towers stretching into the clouds, symbolizing power and success. But behind every shimmering building is a workforce enduring extreme suffering. Migrant workers, mainly from South Asia and Africa, arrive with dreams of opportunity. Instead, they find themselves trapped in brutal working conditions. Many work 12 to 16 hours a day in 50 degrees Celsius heat, with little water and no protections. Safety is an afterthought because accidents are common, and workers who get injured often receive no medical care or compensation. But even when they're off the clock, life doesn't get better. These workers don't live in Dubai's glamorous skyscrapers. They live in Sonapur, a labor camp where 10 to 12 men share a tiny, overheated room with overflowing toilets and dirty drinking water. While Dubai builds seven-star hotels, the men who built them sleep in conditions worse than prisons. Speaking out, illegal, protesting, leads to arrest or deportation. Many suffer in silence, forced to endure the abuse just to survive. The illusion of wealth, debt traps, and financial ruin. Dubai sells a dream of tax-free salaries, luxury lifestyles, and endless opportunity, drawing in ambitious professionals from around the world. With no income tax, high-paying jobs, and access to some of the world's most extravagant experiences, it seems like the perfect place to build wealth and success. But behind the glamorous facade is a financial system designed to trap people in debt, where a single setback, a job loss, a delayed salary, or an unexpected expense can lead to financial ruin, legal trouble, or even prison. Unlike in many Western countries, Dubai offers no unemployment benefits, no bankruptcy protection, and no financial safety nets. If you lose your job, the consequences are immediate and severe. You have just 30 days to find a new job before your visa expires. If you can't, you're forced to leave the country. There's no bankruptcy law for individuals. If you can't pay your debts, you don't just lose your house or car. Instead, you could face criminal charges and jail time. Your bank can freeze your accounts instantly if you miss payments, leaving you with no access to money. Unlike in countries where debt is a civil issue, in Dubai, unpaid debts are considered a criminal offense. This means that a few missed payments on a credit card, car loan, or rent can land you behind bars. Easy credit, hard consequences. Dubai's financial system encourages reckless spending, banks offer massive loans with little verification, and luxury lifestyles are pushed as the norm. Want a Ferrari? No problem. You can finance it with zero down payment and drive away the same day. Want to live in a high-rise overlooking the Burj Khalifa? Banks will give you massive loans with minimal checks. Luxury shopping? Credit card limits are insanely high, and banks encourage expats to spend freely. Many expats live far beyond their means, unaware of how quickly their financial situation can collapse. As long as salaries come in, the illusion of wealth remains intact. But miss a payment, and reality hits hard. The nightmare of debt traps. A sudden job loss, a medical emergency, or a delayed paycheck can quickly send even high-earning professionals into financial freefall. And once you fall behind, it's nearly impossible to recover. Debt piles up quickly. Interest rates on loans and credit cards are extremely high, making it harder to catch up. Banks show no mercy. Miss one payment, and your account can be frozen, leaving you unable to pay rent, buy food, or even book a flight home. Some expats flee overnight, abandoning their cars, homes, and even businesses to escape the crushing debt. Every year, thousands of abandoned luxury cars, including Ferraris, Porsches, and Lamborghinis, are found in Dubai's airport parking lots, left behind by people escaping financial ruin. But not everyone has the chance to run. Many end up in jail for nothing more than an overdue credit card payment. Prison for debt. How expats end up behind bars. In Dubai, falling into debt isn't just a financial problem, it's a legal one. The country operates under strict debt laws that criminalize non-payment. Your landlord can take you to court if the rents are unpaid. Missed car loan payments? The bank can report you, leading to immediate legal action. The moment you default, the bank files a police case against you. Unlike in Western countries where bankruptcy protection exists, in Dubai, there is no option to restructure debt. You either pay or go to jail. For those who get arrested, there's no sympathy from the system. Expats who once lived in luxury suddenly find themselves in overcrowded jails, sitting alongside criminals, simply for falling behind on payments. The harsh reality of Dubai's financial system. Dubai sells itself as a land of wealth and success, but for many expats, it's a financial time bomb. The system encourages reckless spending, making it easy to get into debt but nearly impossible to escape it. There are no protections for those who fall on hard times, but only severe punishment. One financial mistake can destroy your life, leaving you blacklisted, bankrupt, or in prison. For those considering a move to Dubai, the lesson is clear. The city rewards the wealthy but punishes those who fall behind. Gender inequality and the treatment of women. Dubai presents itself as a progressive, cosmopolitan hub where women thrive. On the surface, women drive luxury cars, lead companies, and hold high-ranking positions in government and business. The city proudly promotes gender equality initiatives and high-profile female entrepreneurs. But beneath the illusion of empowerment, strict laws, deep-rooted societal norms, and a legal system stacked against women tell a very different story. While some women may enjoy a degree of freedom, many others, especially expats, migrant workers, and victims of crime, find themselves powerless in the face of the law. Modesty laws. One complaint can change everything. Dubai allows more freedom in women's dress codes compared to some neighboring countries, but this doesn't mean women are free to wear whatever they want. Modesty laws still apply, and the level of enforcement can be unpredictable. Women, including foreign tourists, have been fined, arrested, or even deported for wearing outfits deemed too revealing. While bikinis are accepted on some beaches, wearing them in the wrong place or even being seen walking from a hotel to the beach in beachwear has led to police intervention. Worse, a single complaint from a local man can lead to legal trouble. If a man claims that a woman's outfit was offensive or inappropriate, authorities are more likely to side with him than the woman. Public behavior laws also extend beyond clothing. Holding hands, hugging, or standing too close to a man in public can be considered indecent behavior, a charge that has led to arrests and fines for unsuspecting expats and tourists. The shocking reality of sexual assault cases. One of the most disturbing aspects of Dubai's legal system is how it handles sexual assault victims. If a woman reports rape, she risks being arrested herself. Instead of seeing her as a victim, the law may accuse her of engaging in illegal relations. Some women have been sentenced to jail for reporting their attackers. This isn't speculation. It has happened multiple times. Several foreign women, including tourists, have been jailed for extramarital relations after trying to report sexual assault. Many are advised to stay silent rather than risk being punished. For many housemaids and domestic workers in Dubai, life is a nightmare with no escape. Most come from the Philippines, Indonesia, Nepal, and Ethiopia, hoping for a better future. But once they arrive, many find themselves trapped. Their employers take their passports. They work around the clock with little or no pay. Some are physically or sexually abused, but they can't leave. Why? Because the law often sides with the employer. If a maid runs away, she is the one punished for breaking her contract. Some have gone to their embassies seeking help, only to be turned away because of legal barriers. Even women in high positions must be careful. Local laws can be used against them at any moment. There are documented cases of businesswomen, influencers, and even royalty being silenced when they speak out. One of the most famous examples is Princess Latifa, the daughter of Dubai's ruler. She attempted to escape Dubai, claiming she was being imprisoned by her own family. She was captured, brought back, and hasn't been seen in public since. Dubai wants the world to believe it's a city where women are equal. But for many, equality only exists as long as they follow the unspoken rules. But it doesn't stop there. Behind Dubai's luxury hotels and nightclubs lies an industry that thrives in the shadows. The dark underground economy, prostitution, and human trafficking. Dubai sells an image of luxury, wealth, and high-class living. But beneath the glamorous exterior, a hidden world exists that few talk about openly. Prostitution and human trafficking are part of Dubai's underground economy, operating behind closed doors despite strict laws. Dubai has some of the strictest public morality laws in the world. On paper, prostitution is illegal, and human trafficking is punishable by heavy fines and prison sentences. But despite these rules, sex work continues to thrive in luxury hotels, high-end clubs, and so-called massage parlors. Authorities occasionally crack down, but the truth is, this billion-dollar industry is deeply embedded in the city's nightlife. Most of the women working in Dubai's sex industry never intended to be there. Many arrive in the city under false promises of legitimate jobs, as housekeepers, receptionists, or waitresses. But when they land, the reality is much darker. They are told they must repay travel costs before they can leave. They are forced into prostitution under threats of violence or legal trouble. Many come from Eastern Europe, Africa, and Southeast Asia, believing they will find opportunities. Instead, they find themselves trapped trapped. Luxury hotels and clubs, disguising illegal operations. It's not happening in dark alleyways or hidden back streets, but it's happening in Dubai's most luxurious venues. High-end hotels have secret escort services catering to wealthy clients. Exclusive nightclubs allow prostitution to operate as long as it stays quiet. Massage parlors and spa services often serve as fronts for illegal operations. Dubai's elite know about it, and many participate in it. Yet because of the strict public morality laws, everyone pretends it doesn't exist. Every few months, authorities announce raids and arrests on illegal businesses. They shut down a few massage parlors, deport some workers, and issue fines. But the industry keeps running. Why? Because demand is high and enforcement is inconsistent. Some businesses operate under powerful connections, making it difficult to fully eliminate these networks. Additionally, Dubai's justice system often punishes victims instead of helping them. Many women who try to escape end up arrested for prostitution instead of being treated as trafficking victims. Sex work in Dubai isn't just about wealthy clients hiring escorts. It is often directly connected to human trafficking. They are forced to work under constant threat of violence or police action. Some have no way out, as their documents are taken and they are told they owe thousands in debt. International organizations have called out Dubai for not doing enough to protect victims. While Dubai has anti-trafficking laws, enforcement is weak, and many traffickers face little real punishment. Some manage to escape, a few reach their embassies or connect with human rights groups, but many remain stuck, fearing arrest or worse. Those caught by authorities are usually deported instead of helped. Some go missing and are never heard from again. Others are blackmailed into staying silent. For every raid that makes the news, hundreds of women remain trapped behind the scenes. Dubai sells itself as a safe and modern city, but for thousands of women, it is a prison they never signed up for. And yet, while Dubai controls nightlife, it also controls something even more dangerous: your freedom of speech. Censorship and the price of speaking out. Dubai thrives on image control. Tourists see luxury, innovation, and limitless opportunity. They stroll through lavish malls, dine in Michelin-starred restaurants, and take selfies against the backdrop of the Burj Khalifa. But what they don't see is what happens when someone speaks out. Journalists cannot report freely. Every news outlet is government-controlled, and any attempt to expose corruption, labor abuse, or human rights violations is censored, suppressed, or punished. Criticizing the ruling family, the police, or Dubai's strict laws is a crime. Even international journalists based in Dubai must self-censor or risk being banned from the country. Social media isn't safe either. Every post, message, and comment is monitored. Expats and tourists have been arrested, fined, or deported for simple complaints online. A bad hotel review, a tweet about unfair labor conditions, or even a WhatsApp message criticizing a company. One wrong post could mean jail. Protests? Completely banned. In most countries, workers can strike, citizens can demand change, and activists can organize movements. Not in Dubai. Any form of demonstration is immediately crushed with mass arrests and deportations. The government doesn't tolerate opposition, and those who challenge authority often disappear from public view. Even private conversations aren't always safe. Expats must constantly self-censor, knowing that emails, messages, and phone calls could be used against them. Saying the wrong thing to the wrong person, whether in an office meeting or a casual dinner conversation, could have life-altering consequences. This isn't just about journalists or activists. Everyone in Dubai must watch what they say. Whether you're a construction worker, a business executive, or a millionaire entrepreneur, one careless word can destroy your life. Dubai is a city that sells freedom and opportunity, but in reality, your voice is never truly your own. The strict laws that can get you jailed. Dubai is known for its strict laws that govern both residents and visitors. One of the most commonly misunderstood rules is about public displays of affection. In many Western countries, kissing or holding hands in public is a simple sign of affection between couples. But in Dubai, even something as innocent as a kiss can lead to fines, jail time, or deportation. The rules around public behavior are governed by Islamic law, and what's considered acceptable in one culture may not be acceptable here. If you're visiting Dubai, you need to be careful with how you behave in public. Even a gentle hug or kiss could be viewed as disrespectful, especially in public spaces like shopping malls or parks. This rule applies not only to tourists, but also to expats and residents. The laws are clear, and enforcement is strict. Police officers patrol public areas, and anyone who engages in what they deem inappropriate behavior can find themselves in trouble. There have been cases where tourists were arrested or even deported for seemingly minor displays of affection. moderation. Another aspect of Dubai's strict legal code revolves around alcohol consumption. In most countries, it's easy to enjoy a drink at a bar or restaurant, but in Dubai, drinking alcohol is a heavily regulated activity. You cannot buy alcohol without a permit, and it is illegal to drink in public. Being drunk in public is a serious offense, and you could face fines, jail time, or deportation if caught. Even if you're at a private residence or a licensed hotel, it's important to understand that drinking is not something to be done casually. Drinking and driving laws are also incredibly strict, with zero tolerance for anyone caught behind the wheel under the influence. Unmarried couples face challenges as well. It's technically illegal for unmarried couples to live together in Dubai. While many expats live together without facing any issues, the enforcement of this law can be unpredictable. If the authorities become aware of an unmarried couple living together, they can face serious consequences. Even something as simple as renting an apartment with your partner could become an issue if it's reported. While many tourists may never face any problems, the risk of getting caught up in legal trouble is always there. What's even more troubling is that many tourists are unaware of these laws. Dubai attracts millions of visitors each year, and many of them arrive without understanding the complexities of the local legal system. Tourists have been arrested for minor offenses like taking photos in prohibited areas, wearing inappropriate clothing, or not adhering to the strict public behavior codes. People often make the mistake of thinking Dubai is just like any other modern city, but the truth is that the laws here are more conservative and can have serious consequences. For instance, it's not uncommon for tourists to be arrested for taking photos in areas that are off-limits, such as government buildings, military sites, or certain private property. It's easy to forget that what's acceptable in your home country may not be acceptable in Dubai. Even posting something as innocent as a picture of a public landmark can be a violation of the law. In addition, tourists may not be aware of the dress codes that are enforced in Dubai. While Dubai is home to a variety of fashion styles, visitors must still be cautious. In more conservative areas, both men and women are expected to dress modestly. Women should avoid wearing revealing clothing, and men should avoid wearing shorts in certain public places. While dress codes are more relaxed in touristy areas like hotels and resorts, it's important to respect the local customs when visiting the city. But beyond all the strict laws, another growing crisis in Dubai is its environment. The city's rapid expansion and reliance on unsustainable practices are threatening the future of Dubai itself. This environmental crisis, however, might be the biggest challenge the city faces moving forward. Stay tuned as we explore how the very future of Dubai is at risk. Dubai's environmental disaster. Dubai is often seen as a city of innovation and luxury, but beneath the glamour lies an environmental disaster that few talk about. Built in the middle of a scorching desert, Dubai's rapid expansion has come at a huge ecological cost. The city's water consumption, energy use, and unsustainable projects have created a crisis that threatens its very future. One of the biggest concerns is water consumption. Dubai has almost no natural freshwater sources, meaning it relies almost entirely on desalination plants to turn seawater into drinkable water. While this may sound like an innovative solution, the process is extremely energy-intensive and releases huge amounts of pollution into the atmosphere. These desalination plants produce toxic brine waste, which is dumped back into the sea, increasing salinity levels and harming marine life. Dubai's water consumption is among the highest in the world, and with the city growing every year, the demand is only increasing. Artificial islands like the Palm Jumeirah and the World Islands, which were marketed as modern engineering marvels, are slowly sinking. These islands were constructed by dredging millions of tons of sand from the ocean floor, disturbing marine ecosystems and causing severe coastal erosion. The land is unstable, and rising sea levels pose a real threat. Some reports suggest that these islands may disappear within decades, making them one of the most expensive failed experiments in modern history. Dubai's energy consumption is another massive problem. The city is home to some of the world's most extravagant buildings, malls, and indoor attractions, including an indoor ski resort in the desert. Keeping these attractions running requires a constant supply of electricity, which mostly comes from fossil fuels. Dubai's carbon footprint per person is one of the highest on the planet. Air conditioning alone accounts for almost 70% of energy use in the summer, as people rely on cooling systems to survive the extreme heat. Speaking of heat, climate change is making Dubai's weather even more unbearable. Summer temperatures already soar above 45 degrees Celsius, 113 degrees Fahrenheit, and heat waves are becoming more frequent and intense. With global temperatures rising, some experts predict that Dubai could become unlivable in the future. The combination of extreme heat and high humidity could make outdoor activity nearly impossible for much of the year. Water shortages are also becoming a growing concern. While Dubai has no natural rivers or lakes, its water use is shockingly high. Golf courses, luxury resorts, and artificial lakes require millions of gallons of water every day just to stay operational. The city's reliance on desalination plants means that any disruption in energy supply could leave millions without water. Experts warn that if Dubai doesn't find a more sustainable solution, it could face a water crisis within a few decades. Another environmental concern is waste production. Dubai's consumer culture and reliance on imported goods generate massive amounts of plastic and electronic waste. While recycling programs exist, they are not widely used, and much of Dubai's waste ends up in landfills or is burned, contributing to further pollution. Even Dubai's famous skyline isn't safe from environmental risks. Many of its tallest buildings, including the Burj Khalifa, are vulnerable to rising temperatures and shifting ground conditions. Some experts warn that as climate change worsens, maintaining these massive structures could become increasingly difficult and expensive. Despite these serious environmental concerns, Dubai continues to expand rapidly with new megaprojects and artificial developments. The city's leadership presents itself as forward-thinking, but many of its solutions rely on short-term fixes rather than addressing the long-term sustainability crisis. So, with all these problems, why do people still move to Dubai? Is it really worth it? Let's break down why expats continue to flock to this city despite its hidden dark side. The final verdict. Is Dubai's success sustainable? For some, it's a land of tax-free salaries, extravagant lifestyles, and limitless opportunity. But for others, it's a high-stakes gamble where a single mistake, a lost job, or an unexpected crisis can send you into financial ruin, legal trouble, or worse. Behind the gleaming skyscrapers and luxury malls, millions of people are suffering in silence and their struggles carefully hidden from the world. Migrant workers toil under inhumane conditions, earning wages so low they can barely survive, trapped in a system that forbids them from leaving or demanding fair treatment. Women, despite Dubai's modern image, face strict moral laws, legal discrimination, and a justice system that often punishes them instead of protecting them. Expats, who move to Dubai chasing prosperity, quickly learn that a sudden job loss or a few missed payments can turn their dream into a nightmare of debt, blacklisting, or even imprisonment. Workers can't protest freely because attempts to demand fair wages or better conditions are met with arrests and deportations. Journalists can't expose the truth because media outlets are government-controlled, and any critical reporting is censored or shut down. People can't even complain online. Just one negative review, one frustrated tweet, or one misunderstood comment can lead to fines, prison, or expulsion from the country. Dubai presents itself as a utopia of wealth and innovation, but the reality is carefully manipulated, managed, and silenced. The city thrives as long as no one questions it. So, is Dubai truly the paradise it claims to be? Or is it a carefully crafted illusion that only works for those who play by its rules? If this changed how you see Dubai, hit subscribe for more eye-opening stories. And if you want to know how Dubai compares to other major cities, check out this next video. You won't believe what we uncovered. Dubai is a city of contradictions, unmatched luxury for some, harsh realities for others. While its skyline sparkles with wealth and ambition, its foundation is built on inequality, strict laws, and hidden struggles. For those at the top, life is extravagant. But for many, one mistake, one crisis, or one wrong move can turn paradise into a nightmare. So, what do you think? Is Dubai's success worth the cost? Are the opportunities worth the risks? Let's talk about it in the comments. If you found this eye-opening, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more deep dives into global realities. And don't miss the next video, it's one you definitely need to see.